the green beans, the sweet potato, the rich and savory and herby flavors. Okay, so I've been having this thought for a few months, and it's either one of the best ideas I've ever had or one of the silliest. Technically, it could be both. But basically, I was thinking, have you ever craved Thanksgiving dinner, but you don't want to make 10 different casseroles? I mean, I have. We are going to make a dump and bake Thanksgiving casserole, vegetarian, in about an hour. Maybe I should I'm gonna set a timer. Ready? Set a timer for 1 hour. Okay, let's go. Sweet potato casserole. Sweet potatoes. So we're gonna dice this up, and you want to aim for about 1/2 inch pieces because smaller pieces cook more quickly. Green beans. Green bean casserole, of course. These are pre-trimmed, but I'm gonna snap them in half to get 1 to 2 inch pieces. You can probably guess this one. Stuffing, or dressing depending on the region. Just like with stuffing, we are using some stale bread. I'm using like a nicer bread than just sandwich bread. I'm using a 9x13 casserole dish with a lid. Pinch diced sweet potato, 12 ounces green beans, and about 4 cups of cubed bread, about 1 inch pieces. We're gonna do 3/4 cup of boiling water or very hot water, thyme, sage, poultry season, which of course has no poultry actually in it, rosemary, black pepper, salt. Stir it all together. Butter. Put the lid on. We're gonna bake this at 375 Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. This dish is perfect because it has a lid, but if you don't have a lid, you can use an upside down sheet pan or foil. Just make sure it's really tightly covered. That's the most important part because the steam from that broth we added is what's going to get everything cooked. Now it's time for phase 2, chopping mushrooms. I just feel like mushrooms are in every little Thanksgiving thing. Chop up some sausage. Maybe not the most traditional Thanksgiving ingredient, but I love it. I think it's delicious, rich, savory, easy to make. We're just gonna cook this for about 5 minutes. We wanna cook down the mushrooms a little bit. We'll also add in some almonds. You could do pecans or walnuts here too. And then we'll add in garlic. I just roughly chopped it. And as you know, Thanksgiving is all about timing. So this sausage filling situation is ready pretty much when the sweet potatoes are done cooking. How much time do we have left on the timer? 16 minutes, and that's with me moving cameras around and everything. So we're doing good. Stir it all together. Arguably the most important ingredient, French fried onions. I'm also doing some shredded Parmesan now. If you're vegetarian, which I'm assuming you are at least trying to be if you're watching this, know that Parmesan is often not vegetarian because of the rennet source, but you can find vegetarian rennet or you can do vegan Parmesan and grate it yourself. That's honestly what I go for a lot of the time. And we'll throw this back in the oven for another 10 minutes, basically until those French fried onions are looking even more golden and the cheese is melty, and then it will be ready. So I went back and forth with doing like a classic creamy white sauce, a bechamel, which you would find in like a green bean casserole, squash casserole, etc. But I already felt like this was a pretty heavy and rich meal, so I landed on just doing gravy on top. And I do think it should also have cranberry sauce on top if you want to get a little extra busy in the kitchen. Might push you over an hour in terms of timing, but that acidity is going to do a lot to balance out all of these really rich salty flavors. Tablespoon of soy sauce. Yes, I'm going to eyeball this today. Splash of olive oil. That was way more than a splash. Original yeast. 2 tablespoons. I use better than bouillon vegetable base. Just a little pinch. And now, most importantly, we need our cornstarch slurry. Put that in. Alright. Of course, you can make this on the stove, but in true Thanksgiving fashion, the first time that I made this recipe, and honestly the reason I developed this recipe, is because we didn't have stove space. So I'm gonna make it in the microwave. basically you're going to microwave it in about 30-second increments, and you're going to stir it every 30 seconds, and once it's a little thick, you'll be done. Easy. "27 seconds left." Those golden French fried onions, the green beans, the sweet potato, the rich and savory and herby flavors. It's Thanksgiving all in one casserole dish. And in 1 hour. Does it get better than that? And with that, I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, or happy whenever you watch this and you're just craving some Thanksgiving food. Maybe it's July, maybe it's not. But seriously, if you're craving Thanksgiving food, this is it. This is it. It's so good. If you do have a question about an ingredient that you think might work in this, but you're not really sure how to substitute it, just ask. I'll probably have an idea. Until next time.